Hey everyone, welcome to BeThree. Welcome back. So for anyone who's listening in the first time, or just to kind of give you an idea of why I blog and create videos, if you haven't seen my intro, as a single professional, I feel like there's very few voices out there coming from the point of view of a single person, and so I wanted to put my voice out there, share my experiences, coming from that specific point of view, because having to navigate some of the things on the professional side and on the personal side, solo can be very different than if you're in a relationship or married or have kids or have any of those um, family responsibilities. One of the things that I want to talk about today, it kind of goes hand in hand with being single, but I guess I'll just have to explain. So I'm single. I'm a professional. I'm a physician. I live in Southern California. I'm in my 30s and being of South Asian descent. You can imagine that there's societal and familial pressure to get married, to move on, to start that phase of life, to find that person, so on and so forth. If you read my blog, I have some posts up talking about some of my dating stories and my dating chronicles. And for anyone who is single and taking part in the dating scene, you know that um, all of that is very difficult to navigate. It can be very tricky, and especially I feel like as we get older, people who are still single, everyone comes with baggage, everyone has a different backstory. Everyone may be in a different place in life professionally. They may not be ready for something, whatever the reason is. It just gets a little stickier to navigate. And one of the things that I have come across on my dates and talking to people and getting to know them that I would like to talk about today is the fact that I own a cat. She shows up in some of my videos in the background. I try not to acknowledge her too much because she's a bit of an attention hog. But I've had her since medical school, so for about 10 years now. And so it's so funny how I came to have her because I've never been a cat person. I've always been a dog person. Still to this day, I'm a dog person. And I just happened to end up getting her in med school. I wanted a pet. Dogs are a lot of responsibility. And as a med student, about to start my rotations and knowing that I was going to be working on residency, I didn't want the responsibility of a dog. Cats are very self-sufficient. They take care of themselves. I can leave her for a weekend at a time with enough food and water and full litter box, full clean litter, and she's good to go. Any longer than a weekend, then I put her up in daycare. But it's so funny because when this comes up, when I meet people, I'm immediately labeled as crazy cat lady. And, people will tease me as that's the reason I'm single, so on and so forth. And I know there is a stigma with having a cat versus having a dog. Um, Cat owners, I guess, are seen as crazier. There's this, I don't know, I guess, stereotype behind it where I'm alone. I would probably more likely be a loner, or maybe I'm moody, or maybe I'm independent in a bad way. And the funny thing is I then have to defend myself and say, no, I have a cat, but I'm not technically a cat lady. I'm a dog person. And I have to go through this whole spiel. But I kind of wanted to just put out there that I think we need to stop labeling people in this way. I know plenty of guys who are dog owners and they're complete douchebags. Okay, and if your whole premise is that a dog owner is better, well, guess what? I have met some of you. You're not that great. And vice versa. Like there are cat owners out there who I'm sure fit that stereotype, but then there's plenty of us out there who don't. And I think dating is hard enough as it is. Meeting people is hard enough as it is. We need to stop being so hard on each other and stop judging each other. I won't share the full story of how I came to own my cat. It's a little bit more complicated, and I don't really want to get into it on social media. But, she's been a great companion. I have nothing to complain about. I'm very happy that I have her. She's a part of me and part of my life, and I think most people who end up meeting her, like specifically guys that I've dated, they love her. They talk about how she's not a typical cat, that she's got a great personality. And then I've had people tell me that animals have a tendency to take on the personality of their owners. Well, if my cat has a great personality, guess where she got it from? So I think we need to be a little easier on each other. I think we need to cut each other some slack, and give everyone a chance. And yeah, so I really saying much more about it. I think I could go on and on and on for hours. But if you guys have pets and feel like you've been judged because of it, or you're treated differently because of it, I know it's not just cats. I have some good friends who love birds, who own other types of animals besides cats and dogs. And, for whatever reason, you're held to a different standard, and that makes no sense. So I would love to hear from you guys. Love to hear your stories. Let me know if you've experienced this kind of thing. And we can talk about it and share it here. Anyway, so I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Had a good and safe St. Patty's Day last night. And I look forward to hearing from you.